Hi, this is Oconee River Kennel Club, October 26th, 2025. This is Master Interior. I had 12 dogs and only 3 qualified, which really surprised me. This was the first area. The start line was the doorway. Most of the dogs got this. The hide was under this box right here, and the odor was going this way, and most of the dogs were catching on the front of the couch or right in here and following it back to source. And then area 2 was the ladies' room, and this was an off-leash option because we closed the door behind them. Doorway was the threshold, was the start line, and it was a converging it was supposed to be a converging odor hide, but this hide, the odor was going along the front of the stalls, and this hide was going along this wall. And the dogs that went off leash tended to get this. They would come in and make a U-turn and catch this one, or they would get it and follow it back up here. The dogs that were on leash, the handlers were kind of pushing them into the room, and they just totally ignored this. They would go down, they would come back, they would normally catch this one. And then because the handlers knew that the stalls were out of play, they were not letting the dogs search this area to pick up the odor for this one and come back to it. So that was the biggest NQ, was not being able to get back to this hide when they were on leash. Yeah, I think that was the main issue with this one. Some of them did call finish before their dog caught this one. And then the area 3 was the arena. So this is a very cool search space. This was actually used for detective on Friday. For this one, the start line was obviously right here, and the search area was mainly just this front area here. And so you can see the end cones down there. This was all blocked off. The trash cans were in play, and then this was blocked off down to here. I let them know that none of these seats were in play. However, a lot of the dogs, the odor was going this way, and they were catching odor on this chair and then following it back to source, which was a straw underneath this corner right here under that horizontal post or pole. Then the next hide was right under this first table, and some of the dogs missed this one. Most of the dogs that got in here found this one. This one was anise, and the one over there was clove. And then what surprised me was the birch. The dogs were struggling to find the birch one, and the main reason is because it was going past, it was blowing that way. And so if the handlers didn't have the dogs come all the way down, or the dogs chose not to come all the way down, if they didn't get their nose in this area here, they weren't catching this one. So most of the NQs of the dogs that got into this room was this hide here. So again, we had three qualifiers, and congratulations to everyone.